slash at all. Some would say I'm the reverse.
Some would say I'm the reverse, and welcome to my review for Legends of Tomorrow Season 5, Episode 11, titled Freaks and Greeks. Sorry my review is a little bit late here, only by a few days. Like I said in my flash review, my life has been quite hectic the past few days. I'm not going through any family emergency or anything like that. It's just I have a lot of schoolwork, and it's just I haven't really had a lot of time to record anything. I do have some videos planned since next week I believe is my last week of schoolwork for the entire year. So over the summer I will be able to pump some videos out, hopefully, if I have enough time. But yeah, let's get into this review. I didn't really like this episode, honestly. I think that this episode broke the streak of good Legends episodes. Last week wasn't too strong. I didn't think last week was great or anything, but the two before that I think were really, really good. And this one just fell flat. I think it was a really season 4-esque episode, and I really did not enjoy it as much as I wish I did. It was a fun episode. I do have to give it that, and I think Legends is, despite how cringy it can be sometimes, it is very fun. It is a fun show to watch, but I do prefer when it goes darker and it takes itself seriously, even though that's not really in its nature, at least for these past few seasons. So, I didn't really like this episode as much. But the entire premise is that obviously none of them are strong enough to use the Loom of Fate, not even Charlie. They all have to be gods, basically, and there has to be three of them, three godlike beings to work together to use it, but none of them are gods. So they are trying to find an artifact that can help them out, and they find this chalice. It's the chalice of Dionysus. It basically grants temporary immortality to anyone who drinks it. I think it's for I think it was a day that they are immortal. So yeah, obviously they're gonna want to drink this and use the loom. So they go, and it's at this frat party at Hudson. Um, so they go to get the artifact, and that's sort of the main storyline of this episode. There's also a side storyline that kind of connects, not really, but Lita is with Mick. Obviously, she's trying to enjoy her father-daughter weekend. I believe this is the same exact weekend from the last episode when they got attacked by that demon dog. So it didn't start out very well, but they are continuing that storyline into this episode. So they are looking at different colleges for her to go to, and obviously he has that full room of money that he showed her last week, so he can pay for any. And while they're on tour, they meet other high school students and parents and stuff like that. And yeah, one of the guys, one of the students, brags about how one of the halls at the college is named after his father, and Rory is very irritated, and so he goes back in time, and you know I think he donates to that college or something, and they name that hall after him instead, and it's called Rory Hall. And so yeah, but in the main storyline, the legends meet up with Dionysus, who is he is a high school student, or he's pretending to be a high school student. He's living out his, or college student, I mean, he's living out his college years as a god, and he's getting into all these parties and stuff, and Clotho, Charlie reveals herself to him, and they obviously know each other and stuff, and Nate knows him as his human self, since that's the college that Nate went to. So yeah, there's a little bit of exposition here where only Greeks can use the chalice and stuff like that, so they can't even lift it. So they have to get into a fraternity or a sorority for them to use this chalice. And obviously Astra does not want to do this, so she tries to take the chalice using force, but the legends decide to follow Dionysus's rules, and they attempt to join a fraternity or sorority or whatever. And yeah, so Astra and Charlie, they attempt to join one, but they get into an argument, and they break this thing. I don't really know what it is, but they get rejected from this sorority, and they decide to make their own. It's called like It's called the Deltas or something like that, and Charlie and Astra and Sarah and Ava and a few other girls that they met, at the college, they decide to create this fraternity, and yeah, at the same time, Nate and Dion is his name. They are hanging out a little bit, and Dion he casts this spell on Nate, and basically it puts Nate in this state of ecstasy, and he accidentally reveals the true goal of Clotho's desire to have this chalice, and it's because that she wants to use the loom, obviously, and he is opposed to this because he wants this free will, and because he wants to party. So he goes over there to their sorority that they've started, and he disqualifies them from the Chug Challenge, which is basically this challenge between all these college students, where they drink from the cup and stuff, and they become immortal for a day, obviously. So yeah, Astra is obviously super mad at this because she wanted to use force to get this cup, and now she's saying, "Oh, the legends, screwed this up and stuff." And yeah. So what they do is there's this party going on in Dion's frat house. So what they have to do is they have to get his followers away from him, so they can use the chalice, and well, to do that they have to take his party away. So what they do is they start their own party, but nobody comes. So they go over there to sabotage his party, and they destroy his kegs and stuff, and they turn off his music and switch it to like yodeling and crap, and which was a pretty funny scene. And then everybody goes over to the Delta's party, and yeah, Dion shows up, and Sarah and Dion end up doing this beer pong tournament. So yeah, whoever wins, I guess if they beat, if they beat Dion, they get the chalice. But I think if he beat them, they were disqualified from everything. They were banned from everything. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Basically, Sarah uses her powers to beat him since she is blind, and she not only uses her powers but also her knowledge of beer pong, I guess. And she beats him, and he lets them use the chalice. And then at the end of the episode, they use the chalice, and yeah, I guess they're getting ready to use the loom, either to save Bayrod, or Astra's mother, or to get Sarah's sight back. Obviously, they're going to do all three eventually. Maybe. I don't know. They're definitely going to get Bayrod back eventually. I think he was in the trailer, and I hope they get Bayrod back. I really like his character. I don't know, though. If there's one thing that I don't think could happen, if I think there's a possibility it couldn't happen, it's obviously Astra's mother. But I think they could leave Sarah blind. I don't know if they are going to, though. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, the episode ends in Hell, where Astra's talking to Lachesis, I think her name is. It's the old lady in Hell, and basically she, since she did that favor for Astra by giving her John's coin, she is asking for a favor in return. She's cashing out that favor. So we'll have to wait and see what that is. If it's a harm to anybody on the Legends team, or if she wants Astra to work with her again, or I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Or if she wants the Legends to, or if she wants to destroy the Loom of Fate or something again, or maybe she wants to get, she wants Astra to get the sisters the Loom of Fate, which is probably it. I don't know, but we'll also wait and see. So yeah, not a really big fan of this episode. I thought it was really stupid, especially there was like this montage in the around the middle of the episode about the Deltas, the sorority that Sarah and the team, Astra and Charlie and Ava, they made. And it was supposed to be like the beginning of the Legends intro from the past seasons, where they said, so don't call us heroes, we're legends. But instead, it's don't call us heroes, we're Deltas. And it was really, really cringy, and I didn't like it at all. And that was probably the only cringy moment of the episode. I thought everything else was fine. There were a few funny moments throughout, like Nate dabbing in the background. As cringy as it was really out of nowhere, and it was funny, and it just made me chuckle. Even though dabbing is very cringy, it was a funny moment, especially because it's Nate doing it. Like, if it was like just a kid or like a teenager doing it, it'd be really cringy. But the fact that it's Nate and he's like, an adult, it was funny. But yeah, not much else to talk about. I'll probably give this episode like a 7.3 out of 10 or something. Definitely one of the worst episodes of this season so far. Wasn't terrible, but wasn't great, and especially sucks because it stopped the streak of good episodes. But yeah, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for my Batwoman and Supergirl reviews. I haven't seen those episodes yet, so I'll have to watch those, and those will be up sometime. I'm not sure when, but sometime. And I'll try to get a Flash episodes ranked video for season 6 out. So I don't know when that'll be, but stay tuned for that, I guess. Also, I might be uploading some Clone Wars content. Season 7 episodes ranked, seasons ranked, favorite characters, favorite arcs, favorite episodes, stuff like that. And that'll be out whenever I have the time. Again, my upload schedule is kind of slow these past few days, past week or so. Got a very busy schedule outside of my YouTube uploading, schedule. So I'll try to get videos out as frequent and as often as possible. But bear with me. These past few weeks have been I just had a lot of schoolwork to get through. So yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for those future videos whenever they come out. See ya.